to make sure they didn't have those guns if you treated transgender identity problems as mental health problems, which is exactly what it is. I'm sorry. You want me to prove I'm not evil to own a gun, but I'm a bigot because I want you to prove you're not crazy because you want to change your identity. Those two things don't line up for you. I don't get that. 5%, 20 million AR-style guns in this country, 20 million of 400 million guns in this country. Only 4% of guns used in homicide are rifles, and that's a much bigger category than AR. So what you're saying is you want me to ban 5% of the guns in this country that are used in 4% of the homicides, and that's going to save our kids. No. Is it going to stop incidents like this? Probably not, because they're already out there. Is it going to stop Democrats from using incidents like this to find some linchpin to raise money and create fear and maybe win an election? No, they're not going to stop either, because they still say that we want to prevent gay people from getting married, and that's been buried for a long time. What it's going to do is it's going to stop people from, like me, from going and buying a gun from someone I know to be law-abiding, to use to hunt with or protect my house, or you know what, to relieve stress with, because it's been a long day and I want to go shoot a target. That's my right. That's the right of 350 million Americans. It's protected in the Constitution. If you want to take a flip side of this, you said that the National Guard for these incidents is gun control. How about I tell you this? 183 kids died in Illinois last year on average, so could have been more last year, from gun violence. More than half of those were handguns. Let's see, 20 a year die in D.C. Most of those handguns. Since 1999, let's go back to 1999 because that's Columbine. So just over the last 25 years, that means 250 children died in D.C. from gun violence, mostly handguns. In that same period of time, less than 210 children died in what we would call a mass shooting, and not all of those were from an AR. Why do I bring this up? It's not in some major defense of AR. It's to say that Democrats are absolutely 100% not at all concerned with saving the lives of children. Because if you are, you're going to President Trump right now and saying, God, please bring the National Guard to Chicago. 183 kids a year die from gun violence, most of them handguns, and just because of D.C. versus Heller and the Brune rule, handguns are the most constitutionally protected gun out there. What's that mean? It means Democrats can't go after them. They tried to. It failed. The Supreme Court said, nope, you have the right to carry them. So now they're going to go after 5% of guns used in 4% of homicides at best, because that's the political win. But the actual win, the saving children's lives, is what Trump's doing in D.C. right now. The actual win, the saving children's lives, is mandating fortification of our most precious individuals in this country. What's the average salary of a police officer? What, $50,000? Not even that in most rural places. We can't pony up to put an RSO at every school to make sure every school has an armed guard out front of it. No, that makes our gun feel like prisons. Okay, well, you know what? You don't like the National Guard picking up trash in D.C. You'd rather it look like a wasteland with people crapping their pants right in front of the Capitol. If we're looking at optics here, you know, I would like to not walk past the drug-using trash I walk past to get to my hotel. I wouldn't mind an armed guard. I've got respect for that person. If you want to save children's lives, pay attention to what President Trump's doing. Pay attention to this narrative about closing the border. Pay attention to this narrative about fortifying the places like schools that matter, because 5% of guns used in 4% of homicides, banning those, no, that's bullcrap. That's partisan, political. That is not saving children's lives.
That 4%, I think you'd be singing a different tune.
Yeah, but my kid isn't, so I'm not.
So lucky you.
Yeah,
but there are families right now that are grieving because their kids were part of that.
I'll go to bed tonight and thank God on my knees that don't exist anymore, that my child is still alive, and any Democrat politician that says I'm wrong for that anyone's wrong for praying, God help you.
Well, now you play the leg card and I can say no more.
All right, up next, Gavin Newsom loses